these things? Are they machines or actual living beings? There it is. Yeah, like at least it wasn't a game over when Rue died. It's just like, oh, okay. Oh, rip. That's because I wasn't keeping it. It didn't matter that I lost the money. Get the beam. Realm is down here. I'll have repeated the tragedies of 15 years ago if we don't stop them here. Thank you, Ryoma, for murdering these shit garbage boys. Spin salsa. And then Duke's over here. What is this? I feel something like a consciousness coming from these units. Duke's a good boy. He's a rowdy boy. Fuck. Thank you, Mr. Fleet, if that is your real name. Now, fortunately, not by that lady's hand. Oh yeah, it's a fun time again. Met the raw Zephon crew. Hooted and hollered and then ran away. Then we got our prize. Nice! The magnet coating. To the Gundam team. And here got a chair. Let's have a look and see. No. We got Bless though, and we got Gain. Oh yeah, we do it. Okay, we've got a chair on L. Alright, right, just kill him. And then Koji talks to his wife like, dang it, don't start another attack. Kane yells at them, says they look like dolls, and if they're going to step outside Tokyo, he's going to beat them up. The elf unit? I don't know. Elf. You mean this guy with the pointy ears? Let's get a dragon. Torres confirms that all the Dotems are shot down and Elvy's in one piece. She thanks Captain Bright for his support and then says that other than her and Haruka, everyone else is gone. It's all done, the whole unit out. So she's gonna go to Terra's carrier. Off she goes, and Bright and Judo are not happy with how this went down. And inwardly, Bright wonders if the true objective of Operation Overlord was that big old boy that ran away after hooting and hollering. And then at Mootropolis, is Mari, and Mari says that his Higashiyama, he tells Mari that a huge amount of Mutron energy is pouring out from Raiden's little hole, but how when Lakira's not even aboard? And then Professor Hibiki figures that this is much like when Raiden first appeared, and Mari wonders if this means that the Devil Empire are coming back. And then Akira comes up and he's not fucking dead yet. But here's Akira, and he's like, nah, that can't be possible. He defeated Barao, the Devil Emperor himself. And his mother and Jinguji died. And then Energy Reading gone. Hibiki suspects that Raiden is trying to warn everybody or something. And Akira says that it's definitely a warning, but he doesn't know what about. So to be on the safe side, Hibiki's going to have Akira get ready to launch, and Mari too. So off they go to do their bullshit. And then Hibiki points out to Higashiyama that this may have something to do with what Professor Kisaragi of Terra was talking about. And given that Operation Overlord is going on right now, it can't feel like a coincidence. Can it be that Kisaragi commissioned the development of the RMU system in anticipation of this? And considering how the Barbum, actually, like, I don't know, like Barbum? No, yeah, it's Barbum. Barbum Foundation has been requesting to be allowed to study the Raiden. It's clear that they must have some connection to the ore part that Terra's after, the out-of-place artifact, right? Meanwhile, at Tokyo Jupiter, Maya and Miwa getting confirmation they managed to successfully send Dotems across the barrier and into the outside world. And Kuki thinks it's only natural, considering what people from the outside are able to come in. And if they use Terra's own system, then Kuki thinks it will be possible to conquer the outside world via the Dolems. And Maya is like, is conquest the right word? But Kuki says there's no hesitation. And Miwa thinks that he doesn't understand Maya's plans at all, and he sucks. But Maya points out that if Kuki actually listened to Miwa's report, he should realise how much energy is needed to open the passage. And it'll take a significant number of troops to face the forces of the outside world on equal footing. Sending that much out will have significant ramifications on the operations on this side. And Kuki is like, oh, yeah, you're right. And Maya decides to concentrate on recovering Ayato, because she takes that as her own misstep. And she hadn't figured that at age 17 he was mature enough to board with the Zephon, saying nothing to the fact that she didn't expect the unit itself to allow him to get outside. But still, this might be a fine opportunity for Ayato to develop. If presented with the proper trials, it may speed his awakening as an instrumentalist. And then Kuki asks about Terra, and Maya expects them to be after the same thing. And why not help out a little bit? Miwa says that this could put the people synchronized with the Dolems at risk, but Maya doesn't care about losing even 2 or 3 millions. In fact, she'll even lose 1,000 if need be. And Miwa's like, ah yes, very resolute, excellent work, what a good boss. And Cookie reminds Maya of the Mu artifact that lies on the other side of the barrier. Does she not care about the dangers? If the Zephon and that meet, I've still about riding, and she's no problem at the moment, as the conductor has yet to awaken. And she tells you not to forget that Ayato's awakening is the end goal and hope of all of their plans. I mean, it's very Evangelion. It's basically Evangelion, but you can have too much good feelings also. Yeah, explains the big one. Like, they just talk a lot of shit. And it's very, like, we've already had a robot go berserk and then yell, right? But then back on the carrier, Sochi is confirming that Ra-Zephon's codename, 5A, is safely aboard. And it seems that Haruka managed to guide it over, and Ishiki, this guy, is impressed. Must be fate, but he won't explain what he means by that when Sochi asks. But Sochi is a bit wary of this guy. He's sent over by the Federation to keep tabs on Terra, and he's certain that he's an agent of the Barban Federation. By the way, he wants to know if there's been any new discoveries on the 5A. And Sochi says nothing right now, and that's why they're moving it to Nirai Kanai to have Frosa Kisaragi have a look. And there's one thing they know, that the pilot called it a Ra-Zephon. And then Ishiki is like, alright, gave it a name. What an idiot. Like it's a toy you just got. What a joker. But regardless, the pilot has just finished being examined, and Kanugi wants to have a talk with him. And then here's Ayato, who's like, what the heck, I had to have a blood test as soon as I arrived? And then Haruka's like, hey, just a formality, don't worry. He's like, my blood's red! She's like, yeah, alright, jeez, it is. And he wants to know where the ship's going, and she tells him it's going to Nirai Kanai, and he's heard of that. It's an Okinawan word meaning the island where the gods dwell. Yeah, Nirai Kanai. He's like, oh yeah. She's like, yeah, nice work. But there's no gods, and it's not near Okinawa. It's a floating city extending from islands in the Kyushu Sea, where they do research on Tokyo Jupiter. And that's where Terra's headquarters are. And when Ayato asks what the hell Terra is, Kanugi walks in and says, hey, we hear all about the Mu, dude. We got to investigate them and fight them. And he introduced himself as Kanugi, Commander and Terra dude. And he tells Ayato that an official decision regarding him hasn't come down yet, and thus his freedom of movement aboard the ship will be restricted until they get to the island. And he's like, oh yeah, and by the way, before I forget, fix the time when you watch to the right time. And he's like, what the hell do you mean? Doesn't explain. And then he tells Haruka to take him to the assigned room and then head to the bridge. And she's like, oh, okay, alright. And then off he goes. And then Ayato's like, wow, this guy, what an attitude. And then Haruka says he's a surly burly dude, but he's a good man. By the way, he's like, so what did he mean with the correct time? And he's like, hey, weren't you going to tell me everything? So what is it then? He always thought the world outside Tokyo had been destroyed by the invaders. And Haruka says, okay, do you know the population of the world? He's like, about 23 million? He's like, 10 billion if you count colonies? And he's like, next, you're 17 years old. Do you know what year it is? It's Space Calendar 76. Actually, 89. And shows him her watch. And its face is split in two to show real world time and Tokyo time. And because time inside the big bubble is 1/6 of actual real time, and it's all fucked. And Ayato says that's horseshit and can't possibly be true. And she says the detailed explanation for it is too complex for her to manage. It is the truth. And the battle that Ayato thought resulted in the outright destruction has been dubbed the Mu War. And Haruka tells him that happened 15 years ago, with their prince over Tokyo and people attacking out of fear when they just sat there, blah 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 blah. And inside, barely 2.5 years have passed, but it's been 15 for everybody else. And it's been a fucking wild time, alright? Second Impact, 1 year war, Jovian War, lots of shit has gone down, and it's been theorised that the Mu knew that this was coming and they hid themselves inside the barrier. Ayato asks why Haruka went and took him out of there now if they spent 15 years not doing anything about it. And she says she doesn't know, why, just that she was ordered to do so. He asks if his mother and his friends are still alive inside Takechiburi. She's like, yeah, but I ain't saying no more. Time to get you to your damn room, you joker. Bedtime for baby boys. I'm not gonna call it the Lizard Wars, because they're not lizards. It's very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful to Genichiro. I will not do that to that boy. I'll call it the Lizard Wars to Sabaroda and Pirate, because fuck that guy. But they bump into Elvi, and Haruka tells Ayato she needs to stay behind for a little girl talk. And his room's just down the corridor, so fucking go, dude. And he's like, alright, he's fine. And then Haruka's heard that Elvi was the only survivor of the infiltration squad and is impressed, but Elvi's not here for that. She just wants a quick and straight answer for a single question, and no. It's not about paying back for the drink. She says, did you know that Operation Overlord was all about? Did my friends lose their lives? That stupid kid. And Haruka wants to know where she heard that, and she's like, answer the damn question. And then Haruka... yeah, so like, did you know everything? She says, I guess our plans to grab Chinese food next week are about to be cancelled. So Elvi fucking socks her in the jaw. And then Ayato's just walking around checking out his new room. He's like, what the hell's up with this weird little pole spinning by the door? Ought to find a little barber pole thing hanging out. And then Kwon comes out. And she says this room was originally the infirmary, and the stripes on the pole are meant to represent red and blue blood vessels, see? And then Ayato's like, yes, I understand. Excellent. And then she asks why we have blood vessels of both colours if humans only have red blood. And then Ayato is like, good question. My mother's blood was blue. I don't know about oxygenation and science. But he's interrupted when Kwon calls him Olin. And then drags him away. Olin? And then Haruka's on the bridge and she wants Kanugi to explain why Ayato's room is the confinement chamber for Mulians, rigged to blow up if not opened properly. And Soichi says the results of the blood test came back. His nucleotides and peptides all displayed Mu phase reactions. She's like, but he doesn't know anything, let him go, please, I know he'll work with us. His blood's still the same colour as ours, right? And Kanugi says, for now. But someday, he'll. And then we're all checking out the footage from the battle, especially, like, specifically when the weird robot came out of the bubble. And Light remembers the Super Robot crew talking about it resembling something. Wait a minute, I'm clicking this shit. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so he starts to say it looks like a Devilman thing. And then Ayato, there's a lady in Devilman who's got big wings attached to her head, Sirene, or Sirene. She ends up, like, fused with a fucking weird rhino dude. It's wild, Devilman's good. But yeah, and Hayato's like, hey, if you finish that name, be in trouble. And then Puru's like, huh? What's he talking about? And he's like, oh, just a old story. Don't worry about it. But for now, Ryoma says it's similar to the Riding, and just the bot that defeated the Devil Empire, the demon dudes. And it's a relic of the ancient Mu Empire, powered by Mutron energy. Puro asks, what the hell's that? And Michiru explains that the Mu was a civilization that prospered about 10,000 years ago, and eventually sunk into the ocean following a big old natural disaster. Michiru has trouble getting his head around that, building a mech. But Cody's like, hey, I mean, Dr. Hell's mecha beasts are all ancient relics that he dug up, right? And then I was like, wow, tech from way back when is a whole lot more impressive than what we have now, right? Andrew's like, yep, it's good. Then Ryoma says that Akira will be joining us, but Higashiyama said it will take a wee bit longer than originally expected, and Mitsuru wonders if something's going down in Metropolis. The important bit, though, is that the Japanese super robot crew fought alongside Raiden before, and back then they all felt a weird feeling, right, weird aura, and the same one they felt today at the Tokyo Jupiter guy. Does that mean it's also a relic from some weird old bunch of fellas? But no time to wonder about that, because Kane runs in and he's like, "Yo guys, hold up!" And he's like, "What up, Kane? You get a message from your sweet Linda?" He's like, "No, I didn't. Probably forgotten about me already." And it's like, "Anyway, what are you going to actually talk about?" And then like, it's like, "Oh, it's unrequited love." He's like, "You shut up, it's totally going to be requited, alright?" And then it's like, "So what are you actually yelling about?" And he's like, "The Tokyo Jupiter robot has been taken aboard Terra's carrier." Yeah, the because he can't say the Lydia whatever. But it seems like getting out of the... You talking about Linda? No! The stupid boat! Oh yeah, the Lydia... Yeah, alright, yeah, we get it. And yeah, it's like... seems like getting that was the actual goal of Operation Overlord. And Jerome was like, "Damn, this sucks. This is bad. I hate the government." And Light is annoyed that we and the federal troops are all mobilized for basically a heist. But on the flip side, Hayato figures the thing must hold a major secret for Terra to do this big old decoy. Yeah, Lydia Litviak. There you go. And then here's Lena asking if Hugo's doing alright, feeling better. He's like, "Yep, everything's fine now." But what happened there? Your hands just seized up. Just a spasm, that's all. It happens every once in a while. And then Puru, spasm. Well, Puru too. That's all? Once in a while? You kidding? The man just got away because of you, right? This is the first I've ever heard of any of this. Why didn't you tell me before? Just no need. Oh, and then, oh no, you don't get to give me that answer. You go on and on about I should just let you handle all the fighting when actually you're a ticking time bomb. This is crazy. I don't know if I should be impressed or shocked that you managed to go on piloting with your body like that. And then Hugo internally, "My body's not like this because I wanted it to, alright?" And then Aqua, "I don't understand everything that's going on, but don't you think you're yelling a bit too much at him?" And then Purusu, "I'm agree." "Oh, right. Sorry, Hugo. Gomenasai, Hugo. Forget about it, and it was my fault that Medius got away. I should be the one apologizing." "Something the matter?" And then Toshita, "No, nothing." And then internally, "I was thinking he was way too crusty for someone so young, but maybe he's not actually like that." And then, you know, "Hugo, will you at least let the doctor give you a full checkup?" "I'm fine." "Then better be safe than sorry, don't you think? Next time that happens, it might cost you a lot more than today." I know. "Why don't you take the exam then? You're scared of needles or something, right?" "I'm way more scared of nagging old women." And then internally, "I take that back, he is crusty." And then Hugo, "At least take some medicine with you." "Thanks, but I got my own. Sorry for making you worry." Off he goes. Then, "Hey, where are you going? Hold up!" And then, "You really think Hugo's alright?" "Well, let a doctor take a look, so there's no way to tell." And then Purutu, "That symptom of his could be a side effect of steroids or some painkiller, but he shouldn't get like that unless the dosage is really high. Is he taking that much?" And then Mizumaru gets on the phone to Brian. He's giving us new orders. We've got to guard Japan, because it seems like the Far East division's worried about vegan attacks and the Dotums showing up. "And what about delivering the D weapons?" asked Brian. It seems like Gongqing still isn't ready to deliver the things, so government headquarters decided to leave them with Bright, just to stall for a little time.